All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the 12 News Connected Desk. I'm Keith Grant. We got meteorologist Adrian Campa here with us. We're tracking the chance for severe weather. This will be tonight, though.
Yes.
But it is cloudy outside right now, at least here in Wichita, Adrian.
Yeah, so we have clouds. You know, we did have some sunshine this morning, but the clouds have returned. And what's happening, the cloud cover is actually the lower level of humidity thanks to southeast wind. That's bringing up that moisture. So with the moisture increasing, we're getting clouds as a return.
Yeah, and that's also a little sneak peek at what we're going to see
Yes, because it's
today.
You want the humidity because it increases the chance for some thunderstorm activity. So here's a look at current radar. Time is 2:04 p.m. We're sitting at 68 degrees here in Wichita, so we have some scattered showers and storms in central Kansas. This is round one, not expected to become severe. Remember how we were talking yesterday, saying we'll have a couple of rounds. This first round, not severe, but it could impact you during your commute home from work. The I-35 corridor, 135 corridor.
So is this right now, Adrian?
Yes, so
okay.
This is right now. The general movement is like this. So eventually, here in the Wichita area, we'll have those showers and storms pushing through, but nothing severe for right now. Into northwestern and north central Kansas, just some scattered showers, not even seeing any lightning. What's developing over in eastern Colorado? This is an area that's a lot more favorable for severe thunderstorms. These will begin pushing into western Kansas later on this evening, and eventually they're going to form into a pretty large line of storms, and that'll impact us here in the Wichita area. So Keith, we actually have brand new from the Storm Prediction Center.
Okay.
They have outlined this area in western Kansas. A severe weather watch, that's what we're calling it. It's going to be on its way soon, issued over the next 1 to 2 hours. We don't know if it's going to be a tornado watch or a severe thunderstorm watch. Either way, we want you to be on guard for severe weather. There is a potential where we could see a couple of tornadoes in western Kansas. So here's a look at the current outlook from the Prediction Center. A large level 2 out of 5 severe weather risk zone. I think the highest threat will be eastern Colorado and western Kansas, but that level 2 does extend all the way into south central, including the Wichita area. Now, when storms are first developing, so eastern Colorado, western Kansas, golf ball sized hail, winds of 60 to 70, and a tornado or two possible. As storms make their way into south central Kansas, they're going to start weakening, but could still have some pretty strong winds with them. So round one, making their way in by 4 or 5 p.m. to central and eastern Kansas, not going to be severe. That second round developing out in the western half of the state, and that's when those storms will have a chance at all severe weather hazards through at least 6:30, 7 p.m. But eventually, the storms will form into this large line, a squall line, as they're pushing off to the south and southeast. So by midnight tonight, that's when we'll have a large line of storms pushing into the Wichita area. Damaging winds and some localized flooding will be our main concern when storms are pushing into the metro. Now, behind this complex, Keith, kickoff of Riverfest. People want to know how's the weather looking this upcoming weekend. And as you saw there, high temperatures in the 80s with lots of sunshine. So just some rough weather this evening and into the early overnight hours to get through today.
Okay.
Past today, it's looking pretty good.
Okay.
So my advice to everybody, our free Storm Team 12 weather app, and of course, we'll have a closer look and more detailed outlook with storm timing coming up today at 4.
Yeah, of course, that'll be great. And I always hear, of course, it has to rain, though, at some point during Riverfest, right?
Oh, yeah. Next week's looking pretty active. So little tease there. Next week does look like we'll have more of a southwesterly flow set up, and we've talked about that several times. You know, it brings storm systems into Kansas, so it is looking a little active next week. But, you know, they moved Riverfest from mid-May, like years ago, to end of May, early June because of storms. But it's just this time of year is very stormy.
No matter where you're going to go, there's a chance for storms.
Kansas.
Exactly. All right, we'll be right back after the break with some of the newest stories on the 12 News app. All right, welcome back. Here's the newest story on the 12 News app right now. The man who police say vandalized a Wichita Catholic church was arraigned this morning. 23-year-old, this is Michael Gonzalez right here, will now have a pretrial hearing in July. His charges include burglary, theft, and criminal damage to property. Now, back in March, police went to the St. Patrick's Catholic Church near 21st and North Arkansas. Investigators there found spray-painted hate speech and a burned American flag inside that church as well. Also, 1 in 5 drivers say they've hit a large animal while driving. You may even run across this yourself. It was found in a new survey by Environment America. That stat, though, following Environment America, they're headed to the Capitol with that stat to demand wildlife crossings across the nation. Carice Jackman talked with the group and has this story here for you.
It only takes a split second for a car to collide with an animal, endangering the people inside, the wildlife outside, and potentially costing consumers thousands in repairs.
This is serious, like 26,000 injuries to humans as a result of this, and $8 billion worth of property damage.
Steve Blackledge works for Environment America. They're advocating for greater public safety by constructing more wildlife crossings across the country. Blackledge says the smaller solutions like culverts and underground tunnels also help protect both wildlife and motorists. This year, Environment America has taken their campaign to lawmakers, highlighting the issue and urging federal support for additional wildlife crossings.
For those who may say, I don't know if I want to pay for this, this will probably be a lot of money out of my pocket. What would you say to those who may be reluctant to say that?
They work. Wildlife crossings work, and in working, they reduce fatalities for us and reduce injuries for us. So it's just an effective way that we can protect ourselves, protect wildlife, and reconnect nature who need to get across the road in some manner.
As for consumers, Blackledge offers this advice. Animals are the most active at dusk and nighttime hours, so stay alert and slow down during those times. With this Watching Your Wallet, I'm Carice Jackman.
All right, that's all we've got right now from the 12 News Connected Desk. Be sure to join us for 12 News at 4, following and tracking the latest on tonight's threat for potential severe weather.